about 20 years old, I think. I believe it was a man, but I don't remember well. It was one of those androgynous anime characters. You can never really tell anyway. Okay, how'd they do it, Conan the Barbarian?
In that case, the situation at the scene would be different.
Did he just flash weirdly? What the hell just happened?
Wait a minute! What if they put something heavy on top of the safe and hung the thread on it?
But that, we know the safe is empty. Or the shelf is empty. We're looking at it. It's empty. I thought it couldn't possibly be weight because we've investigated it and they would physically be there. What, did they dissolve the weight?
If they tie the thread to that weight and pull it out from the ventilation hole, they may be able to retrieve it.
Oh, the suggestion is, wow, this is mind-numbingly complicated, that they actually then use the thread to get the weight itself. That seems very hard. If we could attach a string to the weight and pull it out of the hole in the aquarium. You actually took, yeah, we've been informed of that, Kudera-kun. However, I'm still going with Conan the Barbarian, obviously.
In addition, without leaving any evidence, they can reach the top of the safe with the key.
Do you have any evidence for this, or you're just sort of speculating, and because your insane speculated case could technically have happened?
So what kind of weight should they use?
Wow, I never realized Doyle had the same name as the Barbarian. Suspect that in chat. Well, little known, Arthur Conan Doyle was named for the Barbarian, so...
It should be a weight heavy enough to hang the key along with that metallic ring. Moreover, they should tie the thread and pull it.
Yeah. So it needs to be something that can fit through the ventilation shaft, but is also heavy enough. I'm going to say it's not a weight, it's a magnet.
It must be something that could be pulled out from the ventilation hole, which is only about 2 centimeters wide.
In that case, does it have to be a long and slender object? So it's a long and thin shield?
But if it's slender, where should they hang the thread?
But if it's a shield, where should I attach the string?
And would they be able to pull it out smoothly from that ventilation hole?
It's a magnet, 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 it's a magnet.
Something that is somewhat heavy, about 2 centimeters in diameter, and slender in shape, which the thread can be hung on.
Oh, or it's the 50 yen coin from earlier.
Is there something like that?
How heavy is a 50 yen coin? Probably lighter than some keys.
However, if they use something too distinctive, there's a possibility that the trick will be exposed. The culprit probably used something inconspicuous. Wait a moment! Come to think of it, Ayumi mentioned something strange
in the quiz at the park earlier. You mean the 50-cent coin, or the 50 yen coins? Was I right? I was making a joke. I was making a joke. Some Japanese games not available in English. I'd like to see YouTubers who play those cover are Snow Radish Vacation and the Summer Radish Vacation games, but they are a lot less wholesome than this series about solving gruesome murders, says Kudera-kun. We're just solving a theft right now, but you know, you can always suggest things on my Discord server.
Could it be the culprit used that?
Is it now going to ask me to remember what it was? Yeah, well, I don't even need to translate this to know which of these says 50 yen coin. But just for the sake of it, Kudera-kun, there was a murder mystery prior to this, but it was just a warm-up jokey problem. Rubber hose, what? Desk lamp or electric stand, 50 yen coin. Speculad, we are solving the case of that 50 yen coins. I thought we were never going to come back to it. Turns out that was the most important case ever. The show had random types of yen coins be clues before, says Kudera-kun. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this entire mystery is taken from an actual episode of the show.
That's right! The culprit used a 50 yen coin.
Okay, there's definitely... I think Japanese doesn't have the same articles as English, so it thinks it's saying a 50 yen coin when it actually means 50 yen coins, plural, as shown on the screen.
If they collect a lot of 50 yen coins and pass a thread through the center hole...
No, yen have no value. 50 yen is less than 50 cents, says Kudera-kun in chat. But look at how many 50 yen coins there are there. There's a lot.
They can create a weight that is long and slender enough to hang the thread on.
It's gonna have to be a lot of 50 yen coins to make up for 3 keys and a large key ring and 3 chains.
A 50 yen coin is about 2 centimeters in diameter. The culprit used a 50 yen coin to create a weight.
So we just have to figure out who, what's-her-face, Uni, whatever, saw getting a bunch of 50 yen coins.
In that case, the man who was only receiving 50 yen coins or as change at the shop Ayumi saw might be the culprit.
I just want to point out that this whole diatribe here has been for the benefit of the owner and Mitsukiko, or whatever the hell her name is, and he's provided no evidence that she's innocent. He has given this insane, impossible, like, string of circumstances that could be an alternate explanation, but he also, like, Occam's razor, dude. This is not the simple explanation. Fortunately, Ayumi has the suspect tied up in her basement, says Seklana chat. I did suggest that quite loudly.
No, that's just speculation. We should go to the police right away. Let's ask Ayumi for more details and try to find the culprit. If we can find the picture that the culprit is hiding, it would be the most decisive evidence. Let's try asking Ayumi for information.
Conan the Frenchman, says Speckle in chat. Look, but, you know, I'm trying to do an Austrian accent and doing a really bad job.
Hey, Ayumi-chan. You said earlier that you saw a person at the shop in the park who was only receiving 50 yen coins as change, right? Now we must kill that man. Kill him, cut his body into chunks, and sell them on the black market. What kind of person was that individual? Racially profile them now!
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
Haven't you been paying attention? He's the primary suspect! That person might be the culprit.
Well, she was then also there. What? Her. Is that Haibara right there? That one? Do you know the true identity? Do you understand the meaning of the word? This whole gang has been here the whole time, Kudera-kun. Don't take the fact that we haven't seen any of them to mean anything else. Please tell me. I want to know too. The anime is the same voice actor as Pikachu. Pika, Pika. I'd never actually seen Pokemon.
More importantly, Ayumi, do you remember any distinctive features about that person?
Well, they had no head.
Well, let me think. The person was not tall or short, fat or thin.
It was a specter with no form.
So, an average build then.
It's the one called Chunibyote. Fantastic, Google. Fantastic.
I didn't see the person from behind, so I don't know their face.
I only saw the person from behind, so I don't know their face.
I'm not sure how old they were either.
So you know literally nothing about this person. In that case, this doesn't help us at all, does it?
But I remember the clothes they were wearing very well. Jeans and a t-shirt.
Their most distinctive feature was that they were carrying a large painting, but that's probably not important, says McLeod in chat. Once they change their clothes, it's all over. Once you change your clothes, it's over. Zod! Kneel before Zod! Kneel! Kneel before Zod! Well, the OCR is quite certain that says Zod, so... Kneel before Zod!
It's okay. More importantly, do you remember which shop you saw that person at?
Nope, don't remember that either. I remember nothing.
I remember that. Can you guide us to the shop?
Sorry, I choked on my accent.
Yes. Let's go!
We're gonna figure it all. Oh my god. Yes, the Christian church at the center of all Japanese towns.
Where shall we go?
Reminds me of SimCity, says Gadara Trinidad. It really does look quite like, quite SimCity. It's SimCity-y. Choose the destination on the map where you want. Use your mouse to choose the place you want to go. What? Tokyo does. Yeah, well, yeah, obviously, Kudera-kun. Yeah, but this appears to just be like some random place in any Japanese town. But surely we were. What? How do we know which shop to go to? What are we... What? She was supposed to tell us which shop to go to. Well, it didn't manage to capture the actual text there. That's unfortunate. A, B, and C. These are shops A, B, and C. Usually Conan takes place in a specific district of Tokyo called Beika, says Kudera. Oh, really? Okay. Are any of these other ones? No, we can only go to pink places. Well, I guess I'll go ABC since the game was supposed to have her lead us there, but it just couldn't be bothered.
Let's go to the convenience store.
Baker, of course, Kudera-kun, Baker Street. Convenience store A. God, this music is awesome!
The shop where we saw that person. This is the first one. If you've seen that person, show me!
Here's the first place.
Let's try asking the shopkeeper. Now, what should we do?
Maybe ask the shopkeeper like you said you were going to do? I want some snacks. I want snacks. Hey, can I buy some snacks?
Hey, can I be funny?
Everybody like my Hello Kitty, mouse? Jen, now is not the time for that kind of thing. Jen, not Genta. Jen.
That's right.
But I really want snacks. I was hoping it would be a different message. They're all snacks, okay. So there's literally nothing else to get. It's letting you think that it's a game at this point, but it's... Wait, I can't even click on her. Oh, wait, okay, I'm an idiot. Okay. Zoop, 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 zoop. Yeah, but there is nothing else to click on.
Hey, miss.
Hey, sister. It's quite a long message you're saying there.
Was there a customer who came to this shop before and received all their change in 50 yen coins?
I think my Austrian accent, which is terrible, has drifted a little bit more German, but also terrible. Which voice should I give her? Huh? Oh, yes, there was someone like that. Wasn't it about a week ago? That's an awful lot of detail to remember about something so utterly uninteresting.
What kind of customer was it?
Don't the Austrian and New Zealand accents kind of descend from Cockney? Kudera-kun, Austria, not Australia.
Around 20...
Wait, no, you're not Conan. Around 20 years old, I think. I believe it was a man, but I don't remember well. It was one of those androgynous anime characters. You can never really tell anyway. It's not a customer who usually comes to this shop, right? It was probably around the time when I saw them. I think that was probably the only time I saw him, says Google Translate. That's definitely a better translation.
Hey, have any other customers asked for all their change in 50 yen coins before?
No, never. I remembered because I've never been asked for that before. Love having to re-click on her so they can pretend like you're interacting with the game.
Do you remember anything else about that person?
I think they were wearing dark clothes and a mask and carrying a lockpicking kit. That's about it.
I couldn't hear much about...
What?
I couldn't hear much about their preferences. I didn't hear much about it.
Neither of those translations make any sense.
Ayumi, that person also retrieved all their change in 50 yen coins at another shop, right?
Yes. This is going to be yes. Wow.
Can you guide us to that shop as well, but instead of guiding us there, just make me click it on a map and don't even tell me where to go?
Yes.
Where should we go?
I don't know, maybe convenience store B. All convenience stores have that banner at the top that just says the word convenience on it. I just deleted the translation instead of translating it. Good for me. Convenience store B. This is the second shop that person went to. This isn't just the convenience store, Spec Lad. This is convenience store B.
Let's ask the shopkeeper about it right away. But I want snacks!
Give me— wow, inside is identical. I can't even attempt to buy snacks this time. Oh, come on. At least let me try to screw up the game. It's the same franchise, says Speclat. That explains all of the similarities, in fact. Thanks, Mouse Cursor. Lots of things have very standardized layouts in Japan, says Kudera-kun.
Hey, mister. Hey, big brother. Accent gone mad.
He's vanished. The shopkeep is gone. All the schools are identical, which is why they all look so identical in anime, says Kudera-kun in chat.
As a customer who asked for all their change in 50 yen coins at the shop before not come?
Perfect translation.
Huh? Now that you mention it, I remember. What's going on?
Use your mouse to click on him again.
When did that person come to the store?
About a week ago, maybe.
Move the glow, says Erdrick in chat. What? Oh, was that a bad translation? I'm sorry if I missed it.
Do you remember what kind of customer they were?
They were a man, around 20 years old. I don't remember much. I just remember them asking for all their change in 50 yen coins.
Doing the Inspector Gadget meme. I don't know that Inspector Gadget meme. Of all the Inspector Gadget memes in the world, I don't know that one. There are lots of convenience stores, but how come no one has ever created an inconvenience store? Asked Kudera-kun in chat. I mean, if this isn't that, then I don't know what is.
I don't think they were a regular customer who always comes to the shop.
Use your mouse to click on him again.
God, this music is awesome!
I mean, I'm sure I'll get tired of it after I've been, listening to it for, 4 hours, but...
Hey, were there any other times when customers asked for all their change in 50 yen coins, and did you put them to death for it?
No, I was wondering why, but it actually doesn't matter at all. If he wants his change in 50 yen coins, who cares?
You'll have to rip the middies, says Speclat in chat. That seems like an unlikely thing for me to achieve.
Do you remember anything else about that person?
God, this music, all the music in this game rules.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
What medium is the game on? Asks Speclad. This is a cartridge console. Down at this end of the console, right I don't want to move this around too much because it's very sensitive, but like plugged in right there, that's the game. It is on a cart. It is a la carte. I guess there are no clues after all. Well, let's give up and let her be falsely imprisoned. Sounds like fun to me.
Ayumi, did that person also go to another shop?
I don't know. I was only following them up to this shop, but there exist only 3 convenience stores in this area, so we can just go check on it. I never thought it would come to this. I never thought this would happen. Well, yeah, that's probably reasonable. So we didn't follow them any further than this. So you didn't follow them any further than this.
It's okay. Just by following them for 2 blocks, we found a clue.
Clue? What clue? What is the clue, huh?
That is...
These are not 2 Starbucks across the street from each other. Black clothes, 1 week ago, convenience store. Well, we didn't just learn that it was a week ago. We already knew that. We didn't learn that it was a convenience store. We already knew that. And black clothes is useless information because they could have just changed their clothes. So we've learned nothing? Is that what I'm hearing here? I guess I'm gonna go with 1 week. Well, but we already knew that. And we already knew convenience store. These are all stupid. These are all stupid, and I'm going with black clothes because at least we actually did learn that. It's gonna be 1 week ago, but we already knew that too.
No, that's not it! Both blocks were towards a convenience store.
But we already knew that. We already knew that. We haven't learned that. We already knew that. That's what Ayumi told us in the first place. Maybe she just said shop. But she led us to the shop, so she knew that. We haven't learned this. We haven't learned this.
Probably to avoid leaving footprints.
You shop somewhere else, they're gonna take pictures of you every time? Is that the idea?
They went to many convenience stores with a lot of part-time workers and collected 50 yen coins.
In order to not leave any trace, they went to as many places as possible.
That means they might they might have also gone to other convenience stores nearby.
I see, yes, that's right.
If we go to Professor Agasa's house, we can search for all the locations of convenience stores in town on the computer.
Oh my god, there exist computers in this universe!
Let's go to Professor Agasa's house, alright!
I assume Professor Agasa is just a character from the show. Oh, we just went there. Okay, they just dragged us there.
I see. I understand the situation now.
Be glad the translation app got Professor Agasa right. I've seen fansubs think Hakasa is a name. Yikes.
You can use the computer in the house without any issues.
He's to Conan what Q is to Bond, says Erdrick in chat. That makes so much sense to me from everything I'm seeing on the screen right now.
Alright, now we know the locations of the convenience stores in town. It took us 0 seconds. Let's start investigating right away. Let's start the analysis right away.
Shall we go to the 3rd of 3 convenience stores? It sure is a mystery. Where shall we go? There exist 3 convenience stores in this universe, and we've gone to 2 of them.